At 2:13 a.m., every phone in the city received the same emergency broadcast. The message only lasted 11 seconds, but before it ended, something inside the broadcast spoke directly to me. At exactly 2:13 a.m., every television, phone, radio, and smart speaker inside the city activated at the same time. Most people thought it was an Amber Alert. Others assumed it was a cyber attack. But the emergency tone was wrong. Instead of the normal sharp warning sound, it began with low static, followed by breathing. Not human breathing. Slow, wet, mechanical. Then a voice spoke. Do not respond to the second voice. The message repeated twice. Then every device shut off simultaneously. At first, nobody understood what it meant, until the second voice arrived. At first, everyone assumed the warning was the emergency. They were wrong. 3 minutes after the broadcast ended, phones across the city began ringing again. No caller ID, no number, no audio at first, just silence. Then a calm male voice whispered, "Can you hear me?" People who answered reported the exact same thing. The voice knew their names, not just their names, their routines, their passwords, private conversations. One woman claimed the voice repeated something she had only said once, out loud, alone in her car 6 years earlier. By sunrise, emergency services had already received over 11,000 calls. Then the disappearances started. That's when investigators discovered something even worse. The voice wasn't coming from outside the city. Federal investigators initially believed the calls were being routed through a foreign server, but the signal wasn't coming from another country. It wasn't coming from anywhere. The transmission had no physical source. Engineers tracing the signal discovered that it was moving between devices faster than any known network could allow, like it already existed inside the infrastructure itself. One technician described it like this: it wasn't using the internet, it was using us. Then security footage from a downtown data center leaked online. At exactly 2:13 a.m., every employee inside the building stopped moving at the same time. All of them slowly turned toward the same dark hallway and listened. But the most terrifying part wasn't the signal itself. It was what happened to the people who kept listening. Rian's and family members began reporting strange behavior from people who answered the calls. They stopped sleeping, stopped eating. Some stood motionless for hours beside powered-off televisions. Others claimed they could still hear the voice speaking through electrical devices that weren't even connected. One man smashed every mirror inside his home because he believed the voice was watching him through reflections. Another walked into a police station, carrying dozens of pages filled with symbols investigators still haven't decoded. But nearly all of them repeated the same sentence: is trying to come through. Then exactly 1 week later, the emergency broadcast returned. At 2:13 a.m., exactly 1 week later, every device activated again. But this time, the original warning was gone. There was only silence. Then the second voice finally spoke clearly. Calm, patient, almost human. It said, "The first message was not meant for you. It was meant for us." The broadcast ended immediately afterward. By morning, over 2,000 people had vanished across the city. And according to leaked internal reports, every missing person had one thing in common. Their phones were still active, still connected, and still receiving calls. And if your phone rings tonight from an unknown number, whatever you do, don't answer the second voice.